There's a Nigerian primary school tradition of birthday celebrations, one which I admittedly never liked, but that I had anyways, as did my sisters, all my friends, and I would like to assume a large percentage of Nigerian children. Upon myself to do a birthday vlog for you. So how are you feeling the night before?
I'm very excited.
As a child, I didn't have the vocabulary for it, but I remember the feeling, the quiet inner tension of wanting something simpler, maybe even different.
I'm going to be my first double digits tomorrow.
I struggled as a child to find the things I was comfortable with. I remember always feeling weird and hating all the clothes I owned. From my memory, I recall a lot of things being forced on me. Dresses I wore to church, to parties, the village. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but in the polite way you would like to help someone who just didn't know what they wanted.
This will be in the vlog, just so you know.
In many ways, childhood in Nigeria isn't about growing into yourself. It's about learning to take the things that are handed to you. And most times, those things don't fit. And in some ways, getting used to being handed things I didn't even want tainted my perspective of doing things like celebrating my birthday. Maybe because I was afraid of it being ruined by being forced to wear a dress I despised. But there were good things about having a Nigerian childhood, like how you were made to feel like an occasion was solely done for you, even if it was also the perfect excuse for the adults around you to have a party. And my favorite part, of course, the music. Even when you do finally hear the whisper of something you want, something bold, something different, fear shows up, dressed in familiar voices. Especially if you have parents who mean well, love deeply, but often love through control. Growing up will always be filled with second guessing, because all of a sudden you aren't being handed the decisions, you are deciding. The warnings, the lectures, the heavy sighs when you mention wanting to pursue something unusual, like art, writing, music, film, entrepreneurship, anything that doesn't have a fixed salary or a prestigious title attached. And as much as I believe this doctrine is out of genuine care and agree with it myself, I cannot deny that it creates a greater friction between the Nigerian child and her creative endowment. And even though she's shooting her shot as high as she can, not without a heavy foreboding of failure, a desperation that ruins art. And that's how so many dreams die quietly, not from lack of talent or effort or potential, but from the crushing fear of what if it doesn't work. Of attempts, trials, surrender, fights, she's barely able to recognize her work or the talent that drove its pursuit. It's now a foreign idea, hidden and tormented by the weights of family responsibility, society, professional careers, marriage, and real life. So how many chances do I get? How many chances do you get before a dream dies? It would be nice to know so I can start counting. Maybe the real tragedy isn't that dreams die all of a sudden, but that they slowly shrink. That we stop believing in them ourselves, stop calling them dreams, and start calling them unrealistic. That the child who once had instincts now has insecurities. And by the time you're old enough to choose for yourself, you're not sure who's choosing anymore.